In a war-shattered Europe in 1918 emerged the continent's most lethal flu, the Spanish flu. The flu took no time to take the shape of a global pandemic which killed 50 million and infected 500 million worldwide. The virus originated in early March 1918 during World War I. It quickly spread through Western Europe, and by July it had spread to Eastern Europe and the America as well. The first wave of influenza was comparatively mild. It was thought to be a seasonal flu. But in August, the second wave changed everything. During the summer of 1918, a more lethal type of disease appeared. Pneumonia often developed quickly, with death usually coming days after the first symptoms of the flu. The third wave of the pandemic occurred in the following winter. In the two later waves, about half of the deaths were among 20 to 40-year-olds, an unusual mortality as pattern for influenza. Hospitals in some areas were so overloaded with flu patients that schools, private homes and other buildings had to be converted into makeshift hospitals, some of which were staffed by medical students. Governments imposed quarantines, ordered citizens to wear masks and shut down public places including schools, churches and theaters. People were advised to avoid shaking hands and to stay indoors. Libraries put a halt on lending books and regulations were passed banning spitting. Outbreaks of the flu occurred in nearly every inhabited part of the world, first in ports, then spreading from city to city along the main transportation routes. India is believed to have suffered at least 12.5 million deaths during the pandemic, and the disease reached distant islands in the globe. Most deaths were worldwide occurred during the brutal second and third waves. By the summer of 1919, the flu pandemic came to an end, as those that were infected either died or developed immunity. Other outbreaks of Spanish influenza occurred in 1920s but with declining virulence.